Welcome to the Super Nerd Factory podcast. The factory will be polluting the airwaves in 3, 2, 1. Enjoy.
Welcome everyone to the Audio Pollution Podcast, episode 110. Today is September 14th, 2015, and I'm your host, John. And always my co-host, Josh.
Good day, laddie.
And our ever-rotating third chair, we got Jeff back.
Good evening, gentlemen.
It's evening.
Evening.
But we don't recognize time here.
Oh,
This is a timeless place.
are we in space?
Yes.
Oh,
The Super Nerd Factory satellite.
Of love.
of love. Mm.
We have 2 robot sidekicks,
Yeah,
and we just watch movies with them.
nice. I see where we're going with this.
Might be copyright infringement, I don't know.
Nah, they've messed up that show so much they don't even care anymore.
It's so nice being here. I've listened to all the other guests, and I got some competition now.
Yeah,
You guys are making it tough for me.
we're trying to slowly phase you out.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's our goal.
We could open that door over there, and I could show you some horrors.
All the spiders? No.
No, it's not spiders. I open that door, and there's potatoes that rotted, and it just looks like someone stabs the potatoes and they're bleeding.
Oh, is that what the spiders are eating?
Probably.
Oh,
It's probably why there's so many goddamn
It's
spiders.
gonna be super spiders.
should probably get rid of the potatoes.
Fucking spiders, man.
I know.
I killed like 9 in my bedroom.
Really?
I don't know where they come from. They're like little black spiders.
I should probably back up from this desk a little bit.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah,
You've gotten too close.
they're already in your shoes, in your hair.
I had a bad interview with spider webs earlier at work. I opened up this vending machine. It's just from top to bottom spider webs, and I open up the door. Just this plume of moth come out at me. I don't know how they didn't get caught in the webs, but I mean it was terrible.
You should have immediately thrown a Molotov cocktail into it and
should've-
shut the door.
Oh, that would have been good times.
Yeah.
Can we go set a vending machine on fire?
No,
Can you get us a vending machine to set on fire?
this is probably a bad thing to talk to a Pepsi employee about.
Come on, man. Just supply.
You could fix it.
Yeah.
No, I can't. Not if you put an M80 in it.
I assume you've seen that.
No, I have not seen. I've seen everything, but I've never seen it lit on fire.
Well, we are drinking right now, so I know what we're doing later. I have something to say. I had an experience today. I got called from one of those, on my cell phone, I got a call this afternoon from one of those con artists, essentially, where they call and they pretend to be a Windows support person. And they're super vague about how they do this. They call you and say, hey, this is, he said his name was Tom. He goes, my name is Tom from the Windows support team. We're seeing a lot of viruses and malware being downloaded to your computer.
Oh, I thought you meant like your windows in your house.
No.
Yes, his windows in his house have viruses.
Yeah, you know, the Windows support guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And immediately I knew what this was because this is like a huge scam going on right now. And
Going on. It's been going on forever.
yeah, but obviously it's working because people are dumb. So
Yeah.
for anybody who's listening to this that doesn't know about this scam, don't be dumb. So this is what I did. So I'm listening to him and he goes, your computer has a virus and I'm going to help you get rid of it. And they're very pushy because they want to just like move so fast that you don't know what's going on. He goes, are you by your computer? And I said, yes. And he goes, press Control, the Windows key, and R. And I said, all right, I pressed it. And that just opens up a new window, or the run command.
Yeah, it opens up the run command.
And what they try to do, essentially what they're trying to lead you to, is they lead you to a point where they can remote into your machine and they can just steal everything off of it.
No, what they actually do is they have you download like a program so that they can remote in, and then they lock you out and you have to pay them like $50 to unlock your computer.
Whoa.
He's trying to get me to do this, and I'm like, all right, well, I have 2 computers. Which one is the problem? And he goes, it doesn't matter.
Well, why don't you just tell me the computer that you're on?
And I said, all right, well, I don't know what buttons to hit. And he's like, hit the Windows key. I'm like, I don't see a Windows key. Where is it? He's like, what do you see next to the control button? I'm like, the shift key. He's like, no, next to it, not above it. And finally he just goes, I'm going to get you to a higher supervisor and he'll be able to help you. Which essentially all it was is he spoke better English. And he's going with this guy goes immediately, doesn't say hello. He's like, all right, I'm going to help you. hit these, and I'm like, all right, hit it in. And he gives me a website, and the website that they use, these official Microsoft support guys, is www.fix123.usa. And I'm like, all right, I put it in. He's like, hit enter, and I hit enter, and then he goes, all right, what's happening? I said, nothing's happening. He's like, all right, spell or tell me what you got. I'm like, www.fix123.com or .usa or US. And he goes, huh. I'm like, I'm supposed to spell it out, right? Not numbers. And he's like, no, use the numbers. I said, should I spell out all the numbers? He's like, yeah, just put the numbers in. He's like, and I just kept saying like that over and over again. And finally he's like, is it working yet? I said, no, it's not doing anything. And he goes, do you have internet? I said, no, should I plug the internet in? And he goes, yes, please. And I put him on hold. I said, I'll be right back. I kept him on hold for like 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. And he sat there. And I come back and I'm like, all right, I'm on the website now. And he goes, or no, I said, it's getting page cannot be displayed. And he goes, let me get you to another supervisor. And he transfers me to another guy. And the guy gives me a new website, which I don't know what it is. It was like connect56.us. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I go back to the same thing. I'm like, do I use the Windows 95 machine or do I go to the 2000 machine? He's like, it doesn't matter. We can help you either one. And I'm like, I don't know if the internet's working. And he comes back and he goes, Go to the Google. And I said, go like the Google. And he's like, yeah, go to the Google. I'm like, but what is that? I'm afraid it's a bad website. And I'm like, is that like Ultra Vista? And he's like, here, like silence, and he goes, and I'm like, I have to go pee. I'll be right back. He waited on hold for about 6 more minutes. I altogether had him online for about 35 minutes. I was at work while this was happening, and I was sitting next to my boss. He just looks over and he's like, who the hell are you talking to? And then the other manager up here overhears this, and I have like this audience sitting around me listening to me talk to this guy on the phone. He eventually called me back one more time. I messed around with him, and then he hung up, and they never called me again.
Huh. I
hate and love getting those calls because it's so easy to mess with them. This guy was clearly getting pissed when I was talking to him. No,
that's fantastic.
At one point, he did say to me, "You don't know what Google is?"
Oh man, messing with telephone callers.
Yep. Specifically, like the scammers, absolutely deserve it. Like I just try to keep them online as long as possible.
Oh yeah, I like when they call. I'll answer with different accents just to try and throw them off a little bit.
And they always mess up your name. It doesn't matter if you have like the easiest name in the world.
I didn't give him my name. They actually never asked. He just was like straight in, like hit these buttons on the keyboard quick.
Like my wife's name is Tara. We get Tater, we get Tata, Laura. They never say Tara.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
People always mess up my last name. You know, Stein is interpreted 2 different ways, and everyone always goes the Steen way.
Steen? Really?
Steen.
Yeah.
Non-Steen.
I don't know why. But what have you been up to since you've been on?
A lot.
Other than fighting spider webs and vending machines.
I've been up to a lot. Video game-wise, I downloaded that game, Dear God, and I played that, and Dear God, I still don't know what the hell that game is.
It has a very loose story, right?
You're a hunter and you become a deer through reincarnation, and then you're
because you killed the baby deer,
right? So then it's like an.
So this is Bambi 2?
Yeah, yeah, well, sure.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a procedurally generated infinite runner that keeps going, but once in a while you'll run into an objective.
Does it? So it's just one giant level?
Yeah, that's it. One giant, never-ending level, and everything's procedurally generated. So no matter how long... I've been running for 6 hours, and it's always something new.
Weird.
Huh.
But the music's really nice and relaxing. I thought I could go for all 1,000 points. Everything's glitched out. There's like 200 points that are completely glitched out that they released the game completely broken.
Dear God.
Yeah. I finished Mortal Kombat. I got sick of it. I would get sick to my stomach every time I loaded up, so I'm like, I'm done. I can't play this anymore.
Is the last time you played when I was playing with you?
That might have been the last time I played it. Yeah, I think I uninstalled it that night.
We sat there for like 2 hours, and Jeff just killed me over and over again until he got an achievement.
I'm obsessed with playing Fallout Shelter on my phone. You can't get enough of it. It's fun as hell.
How many followers do you have?
I have 35 dwellers right now.
Get on my level, son.
Noob.
Shut up.
I got 187.
I had a vault, and rad roaches broke into it and killed everybody. So I just sent everybody out into the desert and deleted the vault.
Yeah, I got really lucky with mine because, like, at the very beginning, they front loaded with all of the cases you can open.
Yeah.
And I got like, it was like the nuke launcher. So anything that broke in, I just destroyed.
Oh, nice. I'm playing Outlast Whistleblower little by little. I'm having trouble going through it because it's just so much of people breaking through doors and chasing you. There's only so much of that you can take.
That is what that game is.
Josh had mentioned it. I'm playing Halo 2 with him. Hard as all hell.
That game is still glitched as fuck.
It is. Every time we play, we got to restart it 4 or 5 times.
Are there still super jumps though? I wonder.
Probably.
Or do they take the super bounces out.
I imagine they're all still there.
We haven't tried any of that.
But the main game I'm playing right now is Rare Replay. Mostly Conker's Bad Fur Day. I don't know why I'm playing this game. This game sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it like horrible controls?
The controls are terrible. The game is it's okay. The story keeps me going, like the dialogue and the humor. That's what keeps me going.
You just want to fight the poop
but
boss.
This game is a video game ass video game. Like, it is as video game as a video game could be. Like, oh, you got to go to this guy, go to this, pick one up for him, bring it back. Oh, that's not enough. I need 2 more. Go back, walk under the cave, through the fire, bring it back. It's just a lot of tedious Nintendo 64-y video gamey shit.
Yeah, it fits.
And it drives me absolutely insane. I keep playing it. I don't know why.
You just like punishing yourself, I think.
I think I do. I have the same love-hate relationship I had with Dark Souls with it. But I was stuck on that game for over a decade at one certain part. I'm like, I wonder how it's going to be when I get to that part. And I beat it in like 10 minutes. I had no problem with it at all. I don't know what the hell I was so caught up on.
You were like, man, I was a dumb kid.
Yeah, I was stupid. That was before I started drinking, too. I closed out Jurassic World in the theater. I went to see the very last IMAX 3D showing 2 weeks ago.
How many times did you see that movie?
Just twice.
Okay.
But I went back because they brought it back in the theater the last weekend in August.
Yeah.
So I went to see it the last time they did it on a Sunday. So I closed it out.
Was there a lot of people in there?
It was me and my dad, maybe like 2 other people.
Okay.
That's how Star Wars is going to be, but that's going to be like for a month.
Plus it'll just be you in every showing.
Yeah.
That's true.
I started season 4 Breaking Bad finally. I'm starting to make some.
You're taking no half measures.
Right. That was a good one. But yeah, I'm getting somewhere in that. And I watched The Interview finally.
Oh yeah, you finally got around to that.
Yeah, that was surprisingly good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you sometimes feel like a plastic bag?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I watched that. That was my family's Christmas Day movie last year.
Nice. And I'm watching Friends with the wife. We're on season 3. That show's so stupid.
Friends.
And
I can't say I've watched more than 10 episodes of Friends.
Yeah, it's so stupid, but we watch it because it's good to just melt your brain for a half hour. And watching Ghost Adventures because they started doing that again.
Ghost to what?
Ghost Adventures with Scooby-Doosh. Ghost Adventures. You know, the 3 dudes with the cameras and they go around like the insane asylums and look for ghosts.
Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doosh. The guy's kind of a douche.
Okay. I've not seen
Ghost
the show.
Adventures. Yeah.
We have our own ghost hunter, so we don't need to watch that shit.
You what?
If you were listening to the break room.
Oh, Jared. Yeah.
I don't even think we talked about that. That was after we recorded.
No, I'm pretty sure we mentioned that we're going to have him back on to tell us ghost hunting stories. If
know.
not, I'm announcing it here. Jarrett's coming back on the break room to tell some ghost hunting stories.
Yeah.
I want to go ghost hunting. We should all go ghost hunting.
We've been ghost hunting many times.
Yeah. Never found shit, though.
I don't like leaving my house. Can we do it here?
We can look up ghosts on YouTube.
I'm in.
All right, done.
Okay.
We could just play Outlast.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Soma's coming out. We can play Soma.
No.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, that game looks really good.
I think I've seen the trailer for it once. I don't know.
It's like the guys from Amnesia that made Amnesia,
Okay.
but it's like Dead Space-esque. It's like
Ooh.
you're on
I
a
think that the
spaceship.
Outlast team is part of that too.
Probably.
I think they combined to make that game.
Red Barrel, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe because I think it was something weird, like Amnesia. The Amnesia guys are doing the level design, and the Red Barrel's doing everything else.
Well, that game's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And we can watch it and play it in the dark and poop ourselves together.
We should
I'm in.
We can just shit on each other.
poop
Nope,
together.
I'm back out.
Together.
You're back out.
No.
But you guys said you were playing Halo 2 still.
Yeah, kinda.
I beat Halo 3, 4, and ODST in a week.
Isn't it? Was that your first time? That was your first time through ODST, isn't it?
I played ODST up to a certain point like 3 times. I played it by myself up to a point.
Yeah.
I played it with Josh up until a point, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to beat it. And yeah, I mean, it was good. Probably not my favorite Halo, though. I'd say probably 2 or 3.
I think
Probably the best stories.
I think Reach is my favorite story-wise and gameplay. Just
Yeah.
got the best all around.
Yeah, Reach is really good. I had some problems with 4.
Yeah. 4's great, but it's not perfect.
Like, I mean, obviously I'm getting ready for Halo 5.
Yeah.
I watched Forward Until Dawn.
Oh, you did? I made it to like 2 episodes in, and the Halo channel glitched out, and I lost interest.
Well, I just watched the movie on Netflix.
Oh, okay. It's a whole movie, and
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half movie.
Yeah, it all
Oh,
links
okay.
together. Yeah.
I mean, it's shot really well, but the story is really lame.
the special effects are bad.
No, like the end, like, not really a spoiler, Master Chief shows up. And
Oh, that! Oh, I'm
it's like,
thinking of something different. I'm thinking about the one after Halo 4.
Nightfall.
Nightfall. Yeah, Forward Until Dawn was good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
that's a
all
good
right.
movie.
Yeah,
It's got what's the girl from?
who knows?
Was
I didn't recognize anyone in the movie.
it's the girl from
Yeah, I know what you mean.
the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Narnia.
Narnia.
She came from Narnia.
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 You guys done? But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Halo 5 now, I guess. I was off the bandwagon, now I'm back on it.
Yeah,
Because they released that live action trailer, last week?
I'm kind of still off the bandwagon. I want to be excited for Halo 5. I'm just in Fallout mode, and that it's just tunnel vision to that.
No.
No.
Fuck you guys.
Shut his mic off. No.
I'm just going to throw rotten potatoes at them.
You got plenty of them.
This is going to go like Assassin's Creed style.
Oh, like climbing the fucking tower bullshit.
He's
Yep.
gonna climb the table and throw potatoes at you.
What are you been up to, Josh?
I played a couple different games. Still playing through Smite. Got a lot of hours into that.
Oh yeah.
And I finished Falling Skies. I don't remember if I watched. I think I finished that this week. It had a solid ending.
Is that show canceled? Or did it wrap up?
It wrapped up. It is finished. It's 5 seasons long, and it did complete finish. The ending's not bad. Overall, it's certainly the weakest point of the show. But if for anybody who hasn't watched that, who likes alien stuff, it's good. I watched a bunch of movies, so I'm gonna blast through this. Selfless,
Ryan Reynolds.
yes, good but generic. Like if you liked the trailer, you like the movie because that's absolutely what it is.
Okay.
And I watched Turbo Kid.
What is Turbo Kid?
That movie's pretty good. That movie won a lot of awards at a lot of the indie film.
Is it a new movie?
Yeah, it just came out. Now, it's Mad Max mixed with Evil Dead. The story is very strange. It takes place in the apocalypse.
So it's Wormwood.
Yeah, it is very much like Wormwood. But it's more like the characters are more Mad Max style. There's no cars in it. Everyone rides bicycles. Like there's bike chases and everything.
Wow.
Like it's amazing. And essentially this kid gets this like power glove, power suit, and he can like gore people up. Like he just explodes. It's a super gory movie.
He has a power glove?
Oh yeah, it's a power glove, and it charges up, and he can explode.
Is he playing
people.
with power?
Yeah, he is.
So why does he kill people first, and not like
What?
not like be a pitcher in that Baseball Kid movie?
All right. So he.
What?
You know that Baseball Kid movie where he breaks his arm and his arm becomes super fast and he becomes like a pitcher in the big leagues, even though
Yeah,
he's
I
like
know
an
what you're
8-year-old
talking
kid.
about. I don't remember.
Rookie of the year?
Yeah, rookie
Is
of
that
the
what it
year.
is?
Yeah. Well, it's in the apocalypse. People are already trying to kill him, and
Just float it in.
yes,
Float it in.
it was good. For anybody who likes those style of movies, it was definitely good. It has super weird characters, like purposely very, very weird characters, and very weird things happen in that movie. But special effects are really good, and like I said, it's gory as hell. And the last movie I watched was San Andreas, which was
How
good.
was it?
It was good. It was a rock movie.
It was a generic action rock movie.
You know what's kind of the the thing that was kind of on my mind the whole time, like it was a fine, just special effects and everything are good. But all right, so The Rock plays a character. He's a rescue person, like in a helicopter.
Isn't he like Coast Guard or something?
Yeah, and so this huge earthquake happens. He doesn't save a single damn person. The whole movie, all he's doing is trying to save his family, which that man is going to jail when this all comes out. When it comes out, we're like, hey, where was Chopper 9 the whole time? Like, Chopper 9 was trying to find his daughter. He, like, flies it away from... Clear had his jurisdiction. He's gone.
Hey, if you had a helicopter and you could save your family, you would too.
You would. Yeah, you would. All right, Rock, I take that back. You're a good man.
See? The Rock. Greatest actor of all time.
Greatest.
Greatest.
But
He saves every movie franchise. Don't deny it.
it's true. Oh, my God. The Rock was able to withstand the earthquake.
He denies Bethlehem, though.
Yeah, he does. But whatever. I'm playing through Witcher, and that game is fantastic yet. I don't really have too much to say about it. It's fantastic. I recorded a bunch of videos because there's a lot of weird pervert jokes coming up. Apparently, Geralt is a pervert, and when he talks to the girls, he's a pervert.
Well, I mean, if you were a Witcher, you'd be too.
I guess that just comes with the turf. And I played a new game this week, Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. This game is fantastic. Me and my wife have been playing this game. It is hard. It is hard as hell, and...
Initially, Josh invited me to play the game, but you see where I rank on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, screw you guys.
Yeah.
Now, essentially what you're controlling the same spaceship, you have two characters within it, and you essentially run, it's a 2D side-scrolling game, and you're running from room to room controlling different aspects of the ship. So, and you can only shoot, like, let's say you have a gun on the top, sides, and bottom, and you can only shoot in those directions.
Yeah.
So you literally have to keep scattering around and moving a shield around, and there's a lot of different aspects of it, like upgrading and changing the ship around. It's really good. The boss fights are awesome. The boss fights are very much like the old school, like 2D Zelda style, like find the weak point. Like that's how it is.
Okay.
But it adds so much to it, like because sometimes you have nobody controlling a ship, so the ship's just like hovering off or into like an orbit of another planet, and like you guys are trying to scramble around to attack. It's really well done, and it's all about love.
How's the playing with the wife thing?
Pretty good. We finished the first level. It took us, I think it was like 90 minutes to finish the first chapter, and there's a lot of exploring to the game.
Okay.
They definitely nailed it. Like I think so far it's one of the best co-op games I've ever played. Like I said, it's very hard. It's very hard to try to balance. Like, okay, should I be steering the spaceship and trying to run away, or should I be controlling the shield and trying to deflect things?
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of give and take, and essentially, it's one of those things where sometimes there just isn't a right answer, and you're just gonna have to choose in a split second which one's going to do less damage in this attack, so I can choose that one.
Yeah.
It's really a lot of fun. I look forward to playing that some more. And that's pretty much been it for me. What have you been doing, John?
Well, obviously I'm starting to play video games again, and not just World of Warcraft, but I'm still playing WoW.
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 I made that joke last week. You can't use that again.
I know, I brought it back.
You're taking it back?
Yeah, I'm taking it back. Ripping it off.
But I don't know. I'm trying to get flying in Draenor because they patched it in.
You're what? You're trying to drink Drano?
Yes. No, I'm trying to. You just killed Jeff. No, they patched in that they said they weren't going to put flying in the new zone, but now you can get flying, but you have to do like this crazy long achievement to get it. So yeah. I'm just trying to finish my last couple achievements to get it.
So yeah, I don't know what that means.
I'll show you later.
I'll look forward to it.
But I finally got all caught up on Doctor Who.
Yeah, okay, so you're caught up to the current season coming out next week?
Yes, I am. So I'm excited to start watching that now. Then I started watching Torchwood, which is weird, like going back because that takes place like 5 seasons ago.
Yeah.
In Doctor Who.
Yep, that one comes out a lot later. I think there's only 3 seasons.
There's 4, but like season 3 has like 3 episodes or something. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it gets weird.
I watched Monster Squad because they just added that to Netflix. Did you guys ever see this movie?
No.
So it's like it came out in 82, and it's about these like group of kids that are they're like 10, 12, so like in what's that, like 5th grade?
So like the Goonies age.
Yeah. It's a very Goonies-esque movie, and these kids love monsters.
All right.
You know, all the classic movie monsters, and all the monsters are real, and they end up in their town, and these kids are like the only ones that believe that they're there, and like they're the only ones that really know how to stop it. So it's like them fighting all these like movie monsters.
Like, is it done well, or is it like super cheesy, or is it like just a straight up Goonies like style movie?
Sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
It's pretty Goonies-esque.
All right, because I like that. I like that.
Like it's
idea.
an 80s PG-13 kind of kids horror movie,
Okay.
and like it's done all right. You know, every like or movie monster that you would want is in it. Like it's Dracula, Frankenstein, the Mummy,
Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like it's a good watch. What else did I watch? Still watching Mad Max and Metal Gear Solid 5 on Twitch. And Mad Max is really boring.
Yeah, I don't. I've essentially just taken that game off my list.
Yeah.
Like I watched someone 100% it, and I don't understand why you would 100% that game.
I don't know why you'd watch somebody 100% that game.
I watch it while I'm at work. So it's like background noise.
I
Yeah.
wish I had the time to dedicate myself to a game that doesn't matter. You know, like
Is it like a throwaway game?
Yeah, yeah. Put that much time into I can't imagine.
Well, you are. It's called Fallout.
And Conquer.
Yeah, that's
Well, who the hell wants to play that shit? Me.
But Metal Gear Solid 5 continues to be weird and amazing.
Have you decided if you're getting it or not?
I'll probably get it eventually. Probably not right away, though.
I like to think I'm going to get it if it ever goes down in price, which it will.
I played Metal Gear for the first time today.
Yes, you did.
I will never play again.
But you were mowing dudes down.
I was.
What's not fun about that?
I don't like that game.
You were playing it like Duke Nukem.
That's how you play Metal Gear, right?
You
Oh.
can. You can.
Apparently, it's really hard to die in that game.
Yeah, I was surprised how much it took to kill you.
Yeah, like 2 grenades.
Yeah, man. I just keep going.
Josh is just the Terminator.
He's a savage.
Was I playing from the beginning of the game?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Well, Ground Zero it's like a demo.
Okay.
And yes, that was the beginning.
All right. I'm done with that game.
I don't know if it added anything in because you were playing on my save. Like, I'd already beaten that.
Maybe I was wearing body armor.
Nah. But what do you say we get into the question of the week? So the question of the week was this week was, do you believe in... I don't even remember what our question was.
Magic.
No, it wasn't magic.
It's what do you think would be... What's more, I guess, more plausible to be realistic? Ghosts, vampires, werewolves, or aliens?
All right, like, can we just get rid of werewolves and vampires like off the bat?
Yeah. Well, all right. So,
What? They could exist.
so my only argument, and essentially every single person that responded to this, everyone did throw those two out. But we know a vampire.
It's true.
Like, we know somebody that drinks blood, and they go to vampire bars that have blood on tap.
He's not a real fucking vampire.
Yeah, he drinks blood. He flies.
I can drink blood and fly too. It doesn't mean I'm a vampire.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what that means.
I don't wear long leathered coats and claim I'm a denizen of the night. Doesn't mean I'm a vampire.
Listen, man, you're being very stereotypical. They don't wear long leather coats.
Have you seen Blade?
No,
No, Blade is a vampire hunter.
yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think?
Well, you shut me up, huh?
Werewolves.
Vampires.
Essentially, everyone unanimously agrees that if they were to exist, it would be aliens or ghosts.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to argue that point.
Which, well,
It was.
I mean,
It was about 50-50, I believe.
Yeah, and aliens and ghosts is about split half.
aliens definitely exist, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a I forget what the theory is called, but there's a theory proposed that
The alien theory.
Yeah.
it is named after some scientist. But
Dr. Alien.
he
The
has-
alien scientist theory.
he has some mathematical equation. There's 400 billion stars in our galaxy,
Yeah.
and there's probably 100,000 stars that match our own that have a world similar to ours, and there possibly could be life, but it's a paradox because we don't know what stage they're at in their development. They could be super advanced, or they could just be single cell organisms.
Or it's a planet of Justin Bieber.
Well,
That would be horrible.
I've also seen that, cells or something like that come down off of comets that come into the atmosphere, and they go into the ground and they eventually become Earth bugs.
We talk about Scientology.
Oh yeah.
They fly into the volcano.
No, like some of the life from Earth may have stemmed off of stuff from asteroids and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, almost all the water was brought here by asteroids.
Right.
And the alien spaceships.
It's true.
1 + 1 = aliens.
If it's not aliens, it's aliens.
It's true.
There is another theory that when we were cavemen, aliens came down and fucked us. And that's why we're so smart now.
They what?
You heard me? The aliens came down and fucked us.
And it made us smarter?
Yeah. Because they were already really smart.
So, like, they were so smart, they just, like, rubbed off on us.
No, they didn't rub off on us. They fucked our bitches.
Moving on
I
to
don't
the
know.
news of the week. We're going to move on to the news of the week after that statement. All right.
Not my theory.
So the news is pretty bleak this week. Some major things happened, but diving into the movie TV news, Netflix finally put the teaser trailer out for Jessica Jones, which
Shows
doesn't-
nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't show anything. Like the big reveal was when it comes to Netflix, which is November 20th.
At least they are releasing it all on one day.
And it's the pretty girl from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, it's Kristen Ritter.
Yeah, it is her.
She's from Pennsylvania.
No shit.
Yeah.
She's from a really funny town that I can't remember the name of. It's some really tiny
Pittsburgh.
No, it's like
Philadelphia.
Erie.
It's like Shisho Fisher.
Yeah?
How was that? Fisher?
I'll fact check you right now.
No. Moving on. That trailer sucks.
No, it doesn't really show anything.
It shows a bunch of crap scribbled on the screen, and every once in a while you see a character.
Yeah, it doesn't explain who she is, what she does. Like everyone kind of knows who Daredevil was.
And she really doesn't look like the character, I don't think.
Yeah. She's from Shimmy.
Shimmy,
Shiroo.
But I lost where I was on my notes. Bunch of Star Wars news came out this past week. They're going to...
Whoa, no way.
Well, other than Force Awakens news, they're going to start production on Episode 8, probably at the end of the month, they think. And they're going to start in Ireland.
Hi, ta-tai.
And Benicio del Toro's character is confirmed to be like a villain-esque character in that movie.
Is he Zorro?
Zorro. Was he Zorro in the Zorro movies?
Wasn't he a Zorro at one point?
I don't know.
No, that was
That was Anthony Banderas.
Yeah.
They're not the same person?
No.
Zorro.
But lots of movie stuff happening with Star Wars. What was the guy that made Jurassic Park? Colin Devereaux?
Something like that.
Yep.
He tweeted out a picture that he's in like pre-production for Episode 9.
He's doing it?
Yeah. He's going to be directing Episode 9.
Right on.
There's going to be dinosaurs in it.
There better be.
That'd be amazing.
Space dinosaurs. They don't make that sound, man.
When they hatch, they do.
Oh, okay.
They just go.
Microphones don't pick up hand motions.
know.
I thought we went over this last week.
Sorry. I am drinking. Disney Parks is going to start production on like the Star Wars land next year.
I wonder how long it's going to take.
I would assume it'd probably be a while if it's going to be how big they say it's going to be.
3 years.
No, because how long does it take to make a coaster, Jeff? Would you say?
Couple months.
Yeah.
Well, from soup to nuts, or just to construct it.
Like, I would assume they probably have everything drawn up that they want in the park. Like, they
Yeah.
probably just have to build everything.
But
So,
they could put it up in a couple months. I mean, it's Florida, you know. They don't have like the winter elements, so they could whip it up real quick.
They have alligators, though.
and it's all swampland.
Oh yeah.
So they probably have to, like, terraform. They have to, like, destroy a parking lot.
Yeah, whatever.
But I'm excited.
Wait.
When it opens, it'll probably be the next time I go to Disney.
What do you think of the odds of them having that bar from Tatooine?
They have to.
It's already, it's kind of already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Star Wars stuff that's already there. They kind of have the cantina, but
They gotta have the song just on loop.
no, because like the Disney employees would murder themselves.
That's the point. You want them to go like, "Can I get you a drink?"
I don't think anyone will go to that place.
I can't hear it anymore.
I cut my ears off.
What?
What alien are you? I'm not an alien. I just cut my ears off.
Can't hear anything anymore.
What if you get cast that guy that has to be in the fake band to play the fake or the music?
Just fake moving around in the background.
You know what? If I was paid enough, I would
do it too.
Just to say that you did it.
Yeah, why not?
All right, when it opens, we're all applying.
All right.
We'll be the whole band.
We're taking the summer off. We're going to
Yep.
Disney, and we're going to be the Cantina band.
Try explaining that to my kids. Daddy's going to be a puppet in Star Wars land.
Star Wars land.
What?
You can bring your kids too. They can be Ewoks.
Yeah, there you go.
They can walk around in hot furry suits in the Florida heat.
Yeah. Daddy makes us work.
That's all they say.
He's in that band.
He thinks he's playing an instrument.
But he's not.
He only knows how to fake one song.
He only knows one song.
It's all they play.
Moving on from that dark episode. Apparently the Pacific Rim sequel that's not even announced yet has been delayed.
I guess it never comes out at this point.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro's been out there saying...
I'm making video games that will never come out.
Now, he like completely separated himself from Silent Hill. But
That's a shame.
he's working on like 9 other projects right now.
He said he'll never make a video game again.
Yeah.
Considering he's never made a video game.
I bet it sucks, though.
Silent Hill?
No, making a video game.
Oh.
I bet it's horrible.
Well,
No, it's not that bad when we made ours.
Yeah.
Just Google it. You'll find our game.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But with that being delayed, kind of leads us into Godzilla and King Kong might actually meet up in the movies.
Now, this doesn't make any sense to me. This always drove me absolutely freaking insane. Godzilla is the size of a fucking skyscraper.
He's the king of the monsters.
Yep.
King Kong barely stretches the tip of the Empire State Building.
He's the king of Kong.
How? No, that's Billy Mitchell. Don't.
No,
let's not
that's what
confuse
this
those.
is. Billy Mitchell's fighting Godzilla.
Oh, well, Godzilla's fucked. No, but King Kong was always like a fraction of the size of Godzilla. How is he versing him?
He does. There's already a movie where they fight each other, and they were about the same size as each other.
But they're not.
Because they're just dudes in rubber suits.
But they're not.
They're not real people or real things.
Well,
Well, I guess if you put it like that.
Well,
Your face looks utter shock right now.
this rumor
They're not real.
This rumor stems off with, I believe it's Legendary Pictures. They did the Godzilla movie that came out last year, and they're rebooting the King Kong movie, which used to be owned by Universal, but that movie, the guys that own the rights to King Kong moved to Legendary Pictures, and they're making a Skull Island movie.
That movie was good.
But the thing is, they also want to add Godzilla into Pacific Rim. Now, the thing is, though, it doesn't have to be the same Godzilla. It's just going to be a Godzilla thing.
Wait, so Godzilla's going to be in Pacific Rim?
They want him to be in Pacific Rim.
But there's only one Godzilla.
Yeah, but Godzilla seems to change shape and size pretty often without explanation.
No, Godzilla remains the same size. It's fucking King Kong. That's
So
like
this is all on King Kong?
he goes from like 20 feet tall to the size of a building.
Yeah, but if you could do that, wouldn't you?
He can't do that. That's the thing.
You know all his powers?
He's a
No, I
giant.
don't
He's
know
a
his
giant
power,
monkey
but
from
I know he's-
a mysterious island.
I know he's not a shapeshifter.
Wow.
He's a wizard. Okay.
He fits in an amphitheater, and he goes to the top of the Empire State Building, and he knocks out some barnstormer airplanes. I get that. But what makes you think that he can fight Godzilla? He's a fraction of the size. Godzilla just throw him up in the air and eat him.
He could get on his back.
But
Like,
what are you going
choke
to do
him
on
out.
Godzilla's back?
Choke him out.
You can't choke out Godzilla.
Armbar him.
Rear naked choke.
You get triangle choke. Right
You
there.
can't
Boom.
triangle choke Godzilla.
Gogo Plata.
What?
Alma Plata.
What?
Those are things.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about MMA.
We're just going straight into UFC. Ronda Rousey's going to choke him out.
Yeah.
Well, I could see that.
I guess Godzilla's a girl, right?
Is it?
I think.
I don't think so.
I think so too.
I don't know.
I think something in the last movie implied
Well,
he's a she.
Godzilla 2000, they have babies.
It's true.
Oh, that's a good movie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That movie is
It was for the
horrible.
time. Come on.
Yeah, I was fine with it when it
P.
came
Diddy. P. Diddy.
out. Yeah, he did a song.
That song was pretty dope.
He sampled Led Zeppelin.
Yes, he did.
Moving on from that train wreck of a story,
Just ruining one story at a time.
Universal's rumored to be... I can't speak tonight. Universal's rumored to be making an Animorphs movie.
Go ahead, Jeff. Complain about this one.
I got nothing.
I got something to say about this. Wasn't there already shit with that? And that was like years ago.
Wasn't it a kid's book?
It was a book, yeah.
It was a book series.
Okay.
Now,
A bunch of people, a bunch of kids that turn into animals.
Okay.
the way I see this, because those books were relatively popular when we were younger, and essentially now that our generation's getting older and now in positions to make movies, are like, remember Animorphs?
Well, they're making a Goosebumps movie.
Well, that's okay.
I guarantee you it stems off of Goosebumps. Like, they're like, oh, people love this book series. Let's make this into a movie.
They're already making Goosebumps too.
Goosebumps is way better than Animorphs, by the way.
By the way, way better.
I don't think I ever read an Animorphs book.
Josh, was your favorite Goosebumps book?
I like the vampire ones.
I liked Escape from Horrorland.
I was always a big fan of Say Cheese and Die and Say Cheese and Die Again.
Say Cheese and Die was good. That was the one with the camera, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I read that when I was in 5th grade. I read Ghost Beach, and Monster Blood was always my favorite.
What was that? Horrorland? That was the other one?
Escape from Horrorland, yeah. I just bought that for my son this past week.
Like the book?
The book.
I don't know. I was on a different reading level than like when you're supposed to be in 5th grade.
Oh,
I was reading like Michael Crichton books.
Jesus. I was playing Sonic the Hedgehog, and this guy was reading Jurassic Park.
It's true.
Yeah.
Look at me now.
You've gotten so far.
Look at me now.
Now you're
host a
back to reading
podcast.
Goosebumps books.
Last bit of TV news. Preacher has been ordered to series by AMC. I don't know if you know what Preacher is, Jeff.
Nope.
So it's a... Is it a comic book or is it a graphic novel?
I believe it's a comic book.
It's in the same style. Is it Robert Kirkman wrote this one too, right? Or he's involved with it?
Yeah, he's involved with it. I don't know how.
So
I think he actually wrote it.
So it's sort of like Walking Dead. Like it's from the same guy who did Walking Dead.
Okay.
But it's like this group of... Are they ninjas? I don't understand what they are. I don't understand anything about this. All I know is Seth Rogen is like producing it,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah?
really weird.
I wouldn't be able to properly explain it either.
But there's a trailer out there, and obviously it tests well enough that they're ordering it to series, which will probably be 8 episodes if it's AMC.
From the little bit that I've seen it, I always got like the Punisher vibe from it.
Yeah, it's sort of like it follows one main guy of like this faction, and he's like the most feared guy from this faction because he's killed so many people. And like in the trailer, they show this. He like takes off his robe, and his back is just all like check marks of like how many people he killed, and his back is just completely full.
Oh, boy.
So he's a mass murderer.
AMC seems to have their shit together.
Yeah,
AMC's good.
Yeah, they definitely put out quality stuff.
I mean, I've never watched The Walking Dead, although I'm sure it's great.
Just don't watch season 2.
No?
Yeah, it's horrible.
That bad?
Oh, it's pretty bad. They got funding cut like in half, so they spend like the whole season in like a building.
Wow.
Yeah, the story's pretty boring.
No bueno.
But what do you say we move on to some game news? Pokemon Go is coming.
Pokemon.
Have you guys ever played Pokemon?
Pokemon. I have.
Pokemans.
Pokemans.
I played Pokemon blue and red on the original Game Boy, and I used to sell them in school.
I was
Like the Pokemon?
Yes.
the Pokemans. I was about a year ahead of like the whole
Yeah,
rush.
it's pretty much where I'm at with that. I've never played it.
Like my brother was obsessed with it.
I've seen the cartoon a couple times, so
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm completely aware of what Pokemon are.
Yeah, like I was more into Dragon Ball Z than Pokemon.
Do you know Pokemon's still going right now?
Yeah.
Like the cartoon is still running.
Well,
Really?
but it's not even the same characters. Like they've changed characters like 9 times already.
You can do that in anime though.
It's true.
But specifically with this, though, for somebody who has never played a Pokemon game, this is vaguely interesting in the way as you're doing this. Did you see the trailer for this, Jeff?
No, I didn't.
So it's essentially it's an app for your phone. You download it, and it's an augmented reality game.
Okay.
So you know how in Pokemon the games you explore around the world, fight Pokemon, collect them, and then go into battles.
Sure.
So like let's say you're running, you have this app. The app will actually start making a noise, and you pick it up and you look at the screen and it tracks down like there's a Pokemon detected in your area.
Yeah.
And then you follow this almost like a GPS coordinate. And
Really?
And then you can try to trap it.
I like that.
And then you can trade it with other people. You can randomly fight. What the trailer shows this really interesting thing where everyone's in New York City and like a boss battle appears and everyone in the whole area gets this alert and you can all fight this boss battle. It's timed.
Yeah.
And then everyone that was part of this boss battle gets like a special Pokemon or gets something special, but it's like really hard to do, so the more people the better.
Huh.
So they have seems like interesting things like that. The one funny thing I thought about this, one thing that's kind of interesting is Pokemon are regional, and I researched Pokemon today.
Okay.
So like in the game, like fire Pokemon would be in fire areas. Well,
So California, that's constantly on fire.
so
Yeah.
it will actually be Pokemon on Earth will be regional based. So the only way to get certain Pokemon will be to travel somewhere or to trade with somebody that's been there. So eventually Pokemon, some will be extremely rare in certain areas.
Huh.
So the idea sounds interesting enough. Of course, this is going to be microtransaction. They have not really said what that's going to be.
Yeah.
So
$10,000, all the Pokemon yours.
$10,000, you'll buy Pokemon.
it sounds like what it's going to be. It's not going to be so much you buy Pokemon. It sounds like to buy extra Pokeballs instead of finding them. Like, because you'll actually find stuff. Like extra gear and stuff on the ground, I guess.
Okay.
Like while you're out and about. But there's actually a watch you wear. It's like a Pokeball. You look super sweet.
No.
No? Okay.
I'm not poking any balls.
The last thing I'll say about this is it seems extremely dangerous because they show one guy like walking down the street in his suit and tie, and his alarm goes off. There's a Pokemon in the area, and it leads him into like an alleyway. Like it shows him going into the alleyway. I'm like, oh, that guy's getting knifed.
Yeah, also, if you're wearing a Pokemon watch, you're probably going to get your ass kicked.
But for the record, if somebody's cheating Pokemon in real life, you just kick their ass.
Right.
Like just slam their phone down in their face.
Give me a watch, motherfucker!
Oh, God, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
So you guys are going to be into it?
No.
We're going to be into it, right?
I guess I'll try it.
Yeah.
Speaking of another mobile game that just came out, Star Wars Uprising.
I played a little bit of this, about an hour or so.
I played about an hour of it. I hated it.
I have a couple things about this. For people that don't know, it's essentially a Diablo game. It's a Star Wars Diablo game.
Nice.
Now, for a touchscreen game, it controls extremely well for the style of game it is.
Yeah, it controls really well. Like all the actions, because it's pretty intuitive how they get a bunch of like abilities onto a touchscreen without adding virtual buttons.
Yeah.
You know, it's like to roll, you double tap.
Yeah, you double tap and you like roll out of the way.
Okay.
Like in the very beginning, like I assume it's probably all the same. Like you can just, when you tap on an enemy, like it auto targets and auto fires on them.
Yeah.
Like I played a human, and if you pull back, like if you click on your character and pull back, it creates like this reticle, and it does like a special move. Like it does like a flurry of like bullets at like the enemies.
Yeah, it's very easy to control, and it definitely makes sense. It's, like you said, it's very intuitive on how it works. Now, and it's a gear-based game, much like Diablo. Now, a couple complaints that I have, and this is with only in like an hour or so that I'm playing. The story takes place after after episode 6.
Yeah, it takes place like sometime after Return of the Jedi. It explains that
it actually has a
like
story explaining what's happening.
Yeah, it's like the Emperor has been killed, but the Imperial Army is like blockaded a bunch of planets, and those planets don't know that the Emperor is dead.
Yeah, I thought that was actually an interesting idea. That essentially they're over there living in denial about what happened. They're just like blocked it off, and so I mean, it has an okay story. One thing that particularly bothers me about the game, the story is told through text, and like the conversation's told through text, but while somebody's talking, they actually say, like, they'll say, like, a quick blurb, like, talking, but it's not what's on the...
Yeah, it'll be like, the text will say, I need you to go to the mines and retrieve these 9 things.
Yeah, and then the voice goes, hey, man, you gotta help me.
Yeah.
Like,
it's really dumb.
That's weird. I would have rather them just take the voice out, or just go all the way and add it in. If you're gonna add voice, you might as well just say what the hell's on the screen.
Yeah.
So the controls work. The graphics are okay for that style of game, and
it's very cartoony. It looks like Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah,
like Star Wars Rebels, but like toned down for a mobile device.
Yeah, it definitely matches that. Like I said, the story seems okay. But my only thing, and maybe it opens up, it's extremely linear. There's some exploring in a level to try to find more gear, but. And I'm sure I'm still in like the tutorial area, but it's very much just going down like these hallways.
But it is a free-to-play game, so there's like 9 different currencies.
Yeah, but they don't get in the way of anything at all.
Yet.
Yeah, well, I guess the main thing it literally is for people that...
They're trying to hook you.
That just don't want to go through and, like, hey, I don't feel like finding gear.
Yeah.
Like, which, playing Diablo, I don't mind going around finding gear and upgrading gear. That doesn't bother me. I've seen, like, in general, the game's getting extremely well reviewed extremely well, but there's a lot of people reporting bugs on different devices of, like, crashes and stuff like that. Long load screen. Load screens are kind of logging in it.
I don't know. I didn't notice. I really didn't play it that long. Halo 5, they've vetoed the veto system for multiplayer.
I don't know how I feel about that. It had ups and downsides. One, it was nice to be able to choose levels, like the out of 3. The downside is everyone always chose the same damn thing.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, just rotate through the maps. Who cares?
So that's essentially what they're going back
because,
for.
like, if you play Call of Duty, it's a Nuketown every other game because that's all that anybody ever picks.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Which Halo's been doing the voting system for a couple of games now, right?
Yeah, and it seems to be
3,
working
right?
well in the Master Chief Collection. I mean, there's a huge variety in everything you play.
Yeah. Whatever, we'll see. I suppose it's not going to make or break the game for me either way.
Now, it's not going to be like when Halo 2 came out, like, what the hell is this? We were so pissed off that we were ready to return the game. We were so irritated. Well, you can't pick the level you play? What is this shit?
Yeah, I remember we were so pissed.
Furious.
Like, you gotta be kidding me. It just goes through the levels, like you can't pick one? Oh man. I actually forgot how pissed we were at that.
Now it's the standard.
Yeah, now I'm annoyed when I have to go to a server-based game. Like, seriously, I have to go find a good server to play on?
We were spoiled by Rainbow Six 3.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Vegas, man.
Vegas was great. Vegas was among the most fun I'd have online. We had a lot of fun with 3, though, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, too, you fuckers.
If you don't understand that joke, listen to like 6 podcasts ago.
Fallout is going to be getting regular free content.
That's good to hear. I'm glad that's becoming a trend.
Well, it's free updates.
Yeah, what does that mean? I'm sure they'll sell like a season pass.
Well, they already said they are.
It's going to be $30.
But
Yeah.
what does free content mean?
Well, it's probably going to be like gear, maybe stuff for building stuff, like random little things. Like Witcher did a pretty hefty amount of free stuff. The free content is over, but they did a pretty good amount of stuff.
There's still a bunch of DLC coming out, like actual, like the story.
No, I meant like the free stuff is over. All the next stuff is all pay.
No, everything for Witcher is free.
No, it's not. The next couple things are pay. The expansions are all pay.
No, they're not.
You guys want to fight?
Yes.
CD Projekt Red has said they will never charge for DLC ever.
Okay. Well, that's good because the next two DLCs are massive. But yeah, I thought I saw it was pay.
No. CD Projekt Red said they will never make a user pay for content.
They say that.
But what I heard for Fallout was there's going to be a $30 season pass, but they don't know what the DLC is yet because they're not even working on DLC right now because they're still trying to
get everything in the game.
Get the main game. So they don't even know what the DLC will be, but they're saying we'll have at least like $40 worth of DLC in there, which if it's anything like Fallout 3, that DLC was freaking amazing. So
like Fallout's a different story with DLC. Like it's not just like stupid cosmetic crap.
Yeah.
And like maybe like an hour story mission. Like those story missions that they put in Fallout are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and they have to match it. I mean, look at Witcher. One of Witcher's updates was larger than Witcher 2.
Yeah.
Like the whole game.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
That and it's going to have mod support. So, I mean, that's...
So the game will be broken in a week.
Endless. Yeah.
What else? Destiny: The Taken King releases on Tuesday.
People are freaking pumped for that.
Bungie did a live stream a couple days ago, like to go over stuff that's going to be released when the game drops, and like then stuff coming out, like progression stuff.
Yeah, and they changed stuff through the whole game.
Yeah, 2.0 came out last week, which is the patch that it patched out. What's his name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
They put Nolan North in the
Peter
game.
Dinklage.
Yeah, they patched out Peter Dinklage, and they put Nolan North in last week.
Okay.
Like they completely erased Peter Dinklage. And people said, like from, reviewers, they said it's much better with Nolan North.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've listened to a little bit. It sounds fine.
Yeah, it's not as like over the top or like he doesn't sound as bored.
Yeah.
But people are pumped for The Taken King. I don't know. It's so weird what you get when you buy different types of games, because technically this is Destiny 2.0.
Yeah.
So it's like you can buy the Platinum Pack, which gets you everything.
Yeah, it's so weird.
But then it's like if you own the game, you can spend like $80 to buy everything again, but you get like special items. Or you can spend $40 just for the Taken King expansion.
Yeah, there's some people out there that have bought the game like 3 times already.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that's as far as like a gamer goes, like that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
But they consistently across the board, people are saying if you have not played Destiny, now's the time you want to play. Like everything that you want is now in the game, like from the start.
Yeah,
like
now it's a full game.
Yeah, now it's a game that should have been, I suppose.
Yeah, and I guess when you buy the Taken King, you get a token to upgrade a character to level 25.
Yeah.
I think the level cap is 35 now. I don't know.
It still has monster closets, so I still don't care.
If the game was cheap enough, I would consider it.
I really wanted to like Destiny.
I seriously thought Destiny was going to be my favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
Like just what they showed. I think it is definitely with the whole what do they call them, like the raid type things, like those look really good. But you have to have like a solid 7 people or whatever to get.
Should just play WoW.
No.
Nope. Solid raids.
Look, John got into Doctor Who, so you owe it to him to get into WoW.
I watch Arrow. Yeah, what?
Yeah, but Arrow's not really a commitment. There's 3 seasons.
It's taking me forever to get through them.
I watched 100 plus episodes of Doctor Who.
In the amount of time it took me to watch 1 season of Arrow.
John was sitting there drooling on his couch watching Doctor Who, and you can't even get to level 10 in WoW.
I'd probably get to level 10 in WoW. I downloaded WoW one time. I don't think I tried it. I deleted it.
Yeah. I didn't even download it.
But last bit of Bungie news, Marty O'Donnell actually won his case against Bungie.
Good for him.
So I guess the details of the case were he was let go pretty much right after he finished composing all of Destiny's music. And, he said he was wrongfully let go. Like they just kind of shit-canned him.
Yeah.
So the court found out that it was like a wrongful dismissal. And it's going to make for really awkward moments because he got reinstated to the board.
Yeah.
And like he has like creative rights over his music again.
Yeah. But Bungie and Activision wanted him to write the soundtrack for this Destiny and all the Destinies to come within the next 5-10 years. They wanted him to lay down everything right up on Front Street.
Yeah, essentially they would never need him again.
Right.
Yeah, so
And then they didn't use his music for the commercials.
Which
I
is what,
believe was a breach of contract with them.
that's what pissed him off.
Yeah.
I think that's what actually influenced the judge's decision. I didn't read the full deposition, but
Remember, he is the man that single-handedly tried to take down playing your own music over his games. Remember, he tried to block that back in the day.
oh yeah, that's right. Like on 360, like you couldn't play music over any Halo.
He was
game.
very much anti being able to turn music off and all that stuff because he's out of a job.
His music's awesome.
Yeah, I have been listening to his music just like on Spotify.
I have the Halo 2 soundtrack and the ODST soundtrack on my playlist on the reg.
Yeah, he's very good. I wonder what he does next now that all the red tape is out of the way.
He has his own game studio now, I think. Or part of it, or like a small indie thing or something
Is
like
he
that.
just going to make like a rock band?
No, he's got to have like a line of monks instead.
You're just like a monk game?
Just the
You're just a chanting game?
Yeah, you just chant.
with a bunch of dudes with the big drums.
That's the only instrument. Do you want to be the monk or the drummer?
That'd be a good party game. You just get a bunch of drunk people.
All right, I'm buying it.
$1 million idea right there. Last bit of game news. PlayStation celebrating their 20 years of having game consoles out there, obviously. They've been celebrating it like all year long. But this past week was the actual anniversary of when the PS1 came out. So on your PS4, you can actually download this little add-on. So when you boot up your PS4 or any game, it just is the PS1 boot screen.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that. That's a cool idea.
And I guess it takes like the normal time of what an original PlayStation.
Oh, it actually like slows down the load up time.
like it's like 10 to like 15 seconds just to load the logo.
All right.
That logo still kind of pisses me off because every time I'd go to like a KB toy stores or the mall or something like that, or if I went over to one of my rich friends' house who had a PlayStation and I saw it come on, I'm thinking, man, this is what the rich kids can afford. I'm still stuck at home with my Mortal Kombat 3 on my Sega Genesis.
That oddly enough, Mortal Kombat 3 was the first game I ever saw on a PlayStation at someone's house.
I played Battle Arena Toshinden at KB Toy Works, and I was blown away.
Yeah.
Like, this is awesome.
Well, I saw it. It was one of my cousins, like her husband, he had like a huge projection TV and like big surround sound, and he had a PlayStation with Mortal Kombat 3.
Oh, man.
And I was just like drooling. I'm like, I need this.
I think the first time I played a PlayStation 2 was already out. Because I just went straight to Nintendo 64 on that.
My cousin had a PlayStation. I dicked around with Tomb Raider for a little bit.
I might have seen probably one of the Grand Theft Auto games or something.
Well, the Grand Theft Auto games were pretty horrible back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely way different than they are now.
And I have a PlayStation and a Saturn, and I still hook up my Saturn once in a while. I never touch my PlayStation. But I'm in the minority on that one.
I wonder how many people actually go back and play the original PlayStation.
My dad and I used to be pretty hardcore into PlayStation.
Yeah?
Like Jet Moto 2.
Oh, yeah.
Like we would do like a 10 race circuit, and when we would finish, we would be milliseconds apart.
Yeah?
Like that's how close we were at racing in that game. And he actually brought that up like the other day because I showed him, like we were talking about racing games, and I showed him Forza 6.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like that's light years away from Jet Moto, and that game looks beautiful.
It does.
I'll never buy it, but
No, yeah.
But a little bit of interesting news that's not movie or game related came out. Elon Musk was on one of the late shows talking about if we want to really terraform Mars, we need to nuke it first.
Yeah.
Because that'll be like the fastest way to actually terraform the planet.
You can't nuke it.
Yeah, you could.
There's no atmosphere like there is on Earth. So like a nuke wouldn't work the same way it would on this planet.
It would create an atmosphere.
The idea of it is that it would create an atmosphere in the process. But essentially what the idea of it is I'm trying to think of what show he was on. He was on that new show with Stephen Colbert.
No, Stephen Colbert doesn't start till the next week or week after.
No, he's not. He started last week.
Did he?
Yeah, because that was the third episode that he was on. He's going through and he's essentially questioning on like, are you a good rich man or are you a bad rich man? And he goes into this whole like, he's like, I believe if we nuked the surface, we'd heat the planet up enough and it would create an atmosphere.
Yeah, but imagine if you're like an alien living on the moon of Jupiter.
What's happening?
Like,
We're under attack.
Wait, this guy wants to what? He wants to what?
No, don't do that.
No, someone's got to have a talk with this guy.
He's like, all right, we got to attack Earth.
That's not okay.
You can't just do that.
Who the hell does this guy think he is? Nuking Mars.
But it'd be interesting.
I'd watch that.
Oh, yeah, totally. Take like 5 years for the nuke to get there.
Yeah. I'd watch that. I'd follow that story.
Maybe we should just send ISIS to Mars, see what happens there.
Then nuke it.
Yeah. No, they'll just ruin it like they're doing.
Look, why don't you guys go be dicks on your own planet?
Yeah. Here.
Apple had their Apple event. I don't even know what they call it.
Applepalooza.
No, this wasn't WWDC. This was a different Apple event.
AppleCon.
They announced a bunch of different stuff. Everyone kind of figured it was coming. New Apple TV's coming out. It's going to be $150. It has Siri built into the remote, so you can say, I want to watch shows that have this actor.
Yeah.
And then it'll like go through like iTunes and find shows with that actor in it.
So it's the Amazon Fire Stick.
Pretty much.
But for only $50 less, guys. I hope you're sitting down when I'm telling you this. You can get a pen that is $99 that you can use on your iPad, and it's a pen that does nothing.
All right.
It's a stylus.
I think I'm in on this.
It does nothing.
It's a stylus.
Right. You can get 5 styluses at Five Below for $5.
Yeah, but this is a really nice one, right?
Well, I mean, it has a little spring in it.
Oh, it's got springs.
That's worth $100, son.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
But
Apple.
Well, that's for the new iPad Pro, which
Right.
is, it's a little bigger than iPads now. It's like 13 inches, a little less than 13 inches, but then it has a wireless keyboard that you can clip it on, sort of like the Microsoft Surface.
All right.
Like they ripped off the Microsoft Surface.
Yeah, well, that was a solid idea.
Yeah.
So at what point do you think the iPad and the Mac Air are going to eventually become the same thing? They're going to like meet.
They pretty much are. Like they pretty much have the same processors in them now.
Yeah.
So they're selling the iPad, which is the screen, and they're selling the keyboard. So how much do you think there's a bunch of dudes sitting around in a meeting laughing, saying, "We're selling these people laptops that can't do what a laptop can do for just as much money," and they're buying it.
Well, the Pro, they even said the Pro is supposed to be more like a computer than a tablet. So like they are gearing tablets more towards laptop functions.
But why don't you just buy a laptop?
Because what if you just want a tablet, man?
Because I'm done.
What if I told you can buy a pen for $99 for it?
If it was $98, I wouldn't buy it.
It has a spring.
Spring in it.
But their big announcement was the Apple TV is going to be able to play video games as well. So this is like Apple finally moving into the game market. It's been rumored that they've wanted to get into the game market forever. I mean, they have their app store, but they are going to be putting out actual, not mobile games.
Oh, like they actually have exclusives for this?
Yeah, so the remote is going to work similar to like a Wii remote.
I don't want to buy another system.
But then it was already leaked that they're coming out with like a Bluetooth controller. It looks like a bastardized version of a PS4 and Xbox One controller.
Well, I think you can use any Bluetooth controller with it.
Probably, but there's a controller built specifically for it that just look at mashed those two controllers together.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how that plays out.
I can't wait to play Angry Birds.
They have the money to make possibly something solid on there. But I don't really want to buy another system.
No, especially one not made by Apple.
It'll be like the Ouya.
That's what I imagine it's going to be like. Obviously, there's going to be some falling because it's Apple.
I could see it working. A lot of little kids are going to play it.
What if it's just the Ouya with an Apple logo on it? Ouya. They're just rebranding it.
Well, that Ouya was an Android-based thing, so probably not.
What if it's still Android-based?
But Razer owns Ouya.
They sold it.
And Razer actually came at Apple with an ad.
Come at me, bro.
No, saying that they already do what Apple is trying to do.
With the Ouya?
No, with their... I forget what their like TV peripheral thing is.
Okay, I was like, man, you should not be bragging about the Ouya.
But last bit of news, I believe it's actually Funko is like the Funko Pops. They're coming out with a bi-monthly Star Wars box.
Yeah. Did you put your order in?
No.
The first box comes with 2 exclusive figures.
I don't care.
Yes, you do. If there's anyone in the world that cares, it's you.
Yeah, but I don't care about that crap.
About Star Wars?
No, those boxes.
I think I would enjoy those boxes, but they're too expensive.
Yeah, it's $25.
$10 I'd be in.
They say you get $50 worth of junk.
It's usually like stickers and crap.
Yeah, but
T-shirt.
It's like a T-shirt. Like, what do you value the T-shirt at? $30 that you paid 90 cents for?
That would be great for you if you got that box, though, because you got all these figures up on the wall, but those figures that you get in the box, you can take in the bath with you, because those can be like your trashy ones.
No, but they're exclusive.
Yeah, man, they're exclusive. You can't do that shit with exclusive. You don't even open the box.
MIB.
You don't open the box?
Hell no.
Then how do you know what's in it?
Oh,
it's a mystery.
He just frames the shipping box.
This is stupid, guys.
You don't even open like the UPS box it comes in. That's in box.
Oh.
I swear, if I come down here and you have that, like a case with that, and I'm just breaking it and stabbing you with the shards.
I'm done. Podcast yon.
But what do you say we move into the Kickstarter weekly picks?
Kickstarter Highlights is where we go through and pick out, in our opinion, the standout comic book, video game, and tabletop games of the week. Well, let's go through. We'll do a little recap of last week, John.
So last week, our comic book of the week was called Schismatic. They're asking for $12,000. Kickstarter, as of this recording, they're at about $8,800. So they need a little bit to get over their goal. You can listen to last week. We did get a chance to read the first issue.
Yeah, we were very impressed.
The Kickstarter will end on Sunday, September 20th, and the estimated release date is September of next year. The game of the week last week was Trial by Viking. They're asking for $7,000, and it's currently at about $6,000, and that ends on Thursday, September 17th, and that will be releasing February of 2016. The game's platformer with Norse mythology. Looks pretty cool. So definitely check that out. And our tabletop game of the week last week was Trove, the Crystal Caverns. They were asking for $7,000. When I looked, they were a little over $66,000.
Yep.
So they definitely destroyed their goal.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a dynamic game, so people are in on that kind of stuff.
So what do you do when you go that far above your goal?
They have like stretch goals.
Okay.
Yeah. So they'll add in a new character or a new board.
Not all of them do it, but that's generally what happens.
Yeah, for like the comic book Schismatic, if they hit $20,000, they will be doing actual print versions. Because right now, when they hit their goal, it's going to be a digital comic only.
If they hit 100 million, they're going to make Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, Jurassic World 3. That's his goal.
If I had a Kickstarter, I'd make it like $20,000, and if it went any more above that, I just put on Kickstarter, gonna make it rain at the titty bar.
You could probably do that.
I could probably just have a Kickstarter just doing that.
Maybe.
Gonna make it rain.
Do you have to have something?
Yeah, I believe you have to deliver
a reward
product
or something.
Oh.
Just a thank you, like, or a picture of you just with a thumbs up.
Yeah, like a Hallmark card.
No, you got to be like Jeff Bridges in The Big Lebowski. You got to dress like the dude.
Yeah.
And just be at the titty bar and be like, yeah,
Yep. Thanks for the bitches.
That was my old boss. He always said he wanted to make a series of me just going to different strip clubs and raiding them dressed like the dude.
I hate
Nice.
that movie.
Yeah, I do too.
But yeah, did we go over the end pledge for that one?
Yeah, so that's ending on September 20th. So you still have a little bit of time to get in on that, and they'll be delivering that March 2016.
Especially on those are obviously going to be ending relatively shortly, so you want to jump in on those. They all look great, so absolutely check them out. Let's move into this week's. The comic book of the week was the Shiver Bureau. They're asking for $7,777.
Great number.
Yeah, you like that? They're almost at $6,500 as we speak. Pledging for that's going to be ending Thursday, September 23rd, 2015. And they have a digital version, a physical. The digital version estimated release date is going to be October 2015. And it's going to be $10 for the pledge. And the physical version is going to be released April 2016, and that's $25. If you do look at the Kickstarter, just a warning, the date on the actual estimated release is wrong. They do correct it later in the article. So the correct is October 2015. I think on the article it says October 2016.
This was a webcomic kind of being brought to a physical medium.
Yep.
So you can read some of it, decide if you like it. It's a really unique art style. It's like a sort of like greenish, bluish hues to a lot of it.
Like it will go into straight up purples, like depending on what's going on, it drastically changes. So actually a kind of a funny story about this. So we actually had a pick picked out that when we were kind of picking out what we're going to be covering this week, we were kind of skimming through things. We didn't have anything solid going down. And he actually reached out to us and said, hey, would you guys want to do something? Or I could write something for the site, or, let's see what we can work out. We were kind of thinking, we could kind of do something extra. And we start looking into it and we're like, you know what, we could probably just do this as the pick of the week, because when we actually start looking into it, it's really cool. I actually started reading the webcomic. I figured I'll check out like 10 pages or so just to get a hang of like what the art's like and what the story's like. I ended up finishing the whole thing. It is not the whole first story. The book itself is going to be 150 pages. That is more pages than the actual webcomic is up to. I'm not 100% sure how far, because I don't think it had straight numbering, because it's like released in like chapters. I could say I was addicted. It's hard to put a finger on what it's exactly like, but
it's sort of, he even explains it, it's sort of like Ghostbusters-esque,
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo-ish.
like it's got badass action in it and like really cool ghosts. Well, I guess we can go into it. So essentially it's a world, it's like a weird alternate reality where ghosts, like when people die, your ghost just stays around. And a Shiver is essentially like a bad ghost. And he's essentially a ghost hunter. This bureau, what they're for is to hunt these things down. He has a special ability that he's able to get rid of these things. And the action and the way that the action is played out within the comic book is done better than a lot of comics I've seen that are action based. Now, the dialogue in this is so good. I actually found myself like laughing out loud. I lolled.
You lulled?
I lolled at several things I say because.
Did you LMFAO?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I did.
Did you Rafflecopter?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh.
But there may be more in the book. The dialogue is really strong in here. And the characters, each character, so there's 3 main characters and there's like kind of like a 4th sub-main character. And they all have such unique personalities and they play off each other so well. It's generally funny. Just the things that the main character says. And main character's name is Pickle.
Pickle.
And
That's a great name.
yeah, he's great. I love the attitude because as I'm reading this, I was picturing like how good this would be as a movie. Like the way that it's written, it plays out so well. It perfectly tells the story that's going through. I really liked it. Essentially what he tries to get across, this is suitable for all ages. Now, there's not really, I don't recall any cursing of any sort. They make some off humor jokes, I suppose, or off color jokes. And there's action in it, but I don't know, it's not like gory or anything.
Mm-hmm.
The ghosts look like monster type, they look like monsters more than like your typical ghost, I would
like
say.
a white blanket over your head.
Yeah. But that would be pretty awesome.
Will be.
But it really looks great. You have anything else you want to say about that one?
No, we asked him a couple questions. We have that up on the site.
He has some great information from the questions he answers. So if you're actually into this, because this obviously has a fan base already, I mean, that really interests me more, kind of hearing his answers of kind of what he based things off of and all that fun stuff. So definitely check that out. The tabletop game of the week is Star Patrol Carrier Command.
Yeah, this is a pretty interesting game. We kind of talked about these types of games before.
Yeah, it's micro games.
It's a micro game, so it's $3 to get the game.
Yeah, which that's an amazing price in this day and age.
Star Patrol what?
Star Patrol Carrier Commander. He was asking for $450. His current goal right now, he's at a little over $6,500. The pledging for that ends Monday, September 28th. So you got about 2 weeks from when this first comes out to get in on that. And he's estimating to ship probably by October this year.
Yeah, and specifically, this is a 2-player game. You both have stations and you roll dice. So it's as you can imagine, it's a smaller game. It's a portable game. It's what's called micro game for a reason. Essentially, sending missiles, you're sending ships across, and it's based off of the dice rolls, and you have to make decisions depending on what the other player does. So it's a lot of counteracting. It's obviously very strategic because you're trying to outthink and put somebody in a position where you're trying to get rid of their ships. They estimate it's roughly about, I guess in the play test, it's been 10 to 30 minute long play session. So not super long, but it's also not like a quick throwaway thing. You actually, depending on how those games go, it could be a battle going on. They say it's ages 9 and up, so it's not an overly difficult game to play, but there are certain multiple aspects of it. As I said, it does require 6-sided die, which it does not include this, but you can get those anywhere. Everyone already has 1 million of those dice anyway. We asked him a couple questions. He answered them, and is one of the most impressive answers I have ever seen, maybe in my entire life. Like, I read this 3 times because essentially what we asked him is, from start to beginning, what's it like designing a game that's $3? How do you base this? He gave such a complete answer. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I have so much respect for, like, this guy in my head is like a super genius because just reading the math that he did hurt my brain.
Because he can do math. Josh was impressed.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the detail he goes in.
He goes into a bunch of detail. We'll put his answer up on the site, but he breaks it down, how he factors into why he's only charging $3. The material costs this much. Kickstarter takes this much. It costs this much.
He actually weighs each thing on these little scales.
Wow.
Like, he goes through this whole thing. It's really interesting. No, like, absolutely, for anybody who's backing this, read this, because I thought designing a game was hard enough, but the fact that you got one person designing a game and then trying to base it around this $3 and all that goes in on that, it is freaking ridiculous. It is impressive. There's also, I'm not going to go into super detail on how it plays. There is a video on the Kickstarter, which we have linked through our site, that it's like a half-hour long of him playing with his son, actually, and essentially just going through how the game plays and things like that. They've actually met several stretch goals, so essentially it's adding a little bit better quality to the material so far as what the stretching on. And I think the instructions were initially printed on the back, but I think one of the stretch goals, you now have like separate instructions.
Okay.
Like, this blew my mind of how this was broken down.
And moving on to our last pick of the week, which is the video game of the week. It's called Kill the Plumber. This Kickstarter was asking for $8,000. Currently, they're at about almost $6,700. This ends Friday, September 25th, and they're planning to have it on your computer by January 2016.
Yeah, now, a lot of people are already familiar because initially, was it a phone game first or was it a flash game first?
I'm not quite sure of the lineage of it, but they do have the first couple levels out there on pretty much any Flash website.
Yeah, like Newgrounds, things like that.
It's available on Newgrounds, Dojo, a couple others. But the premise of this game is you play as the enemies in a Mario-esque game.
Yeah.
You're a Mexican plumber.
It is clearly that this is based off of Mario. Obviously, they can't say that.
I played the demo. It's pretty fun. They walk you through like the mechanics of how everything kind of works. the beginning enemies, you're sort of the Goombas and you can only walk back and forth.
Yeah.
But you have to try to like screw the Mexican plumber like into jumping on you and dying.
You now know the struggle of the other side.
This is a great idea.
Now, specifically, well, as we said, there's obviously Flash versions. There's a mobile game out there. Now, specifically, the reason why the Kickstarter is relevant is because they're essentially making a full, complete game out of this. It's going to have like recorded speed runs. It's going to have controller support. It has over 100 levels to start off with, and 30 different playable characters, grasslands, dungeon lands, castles. It's got the full spectrum of a Mario game, essentially.
Yeah, and it goes through, like, you play, like, the little, like, Goombas up until, like, a big boss at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you actually get to play the boss. Like, you figure out and shoot the fireballs to try to trap him up as he's trying to hit you. It's an interesting idea. I think it is. I've never played a game like it.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea, and cheapest way to get in on the game is $4.
I forget what it is. I think for the first 200 or 300 or 200 or 400 people, it's $4. To get the beginner cheaper price, it's $5 for anybody else that doesn't make that cut. As we were talking, I think it was at like 161 out of 200 or whatever. It was getting close to it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to save $1, jump in on it.
Yeah, so that'll about wrap it up for our Kickstarter picks.
Yeah, and as we said, go to SuperNerdFactory.com. We have a write-up. We have questions with these guys, and it's absolutely worth reading because they came out with some great responses.
Yeah, if you have any questions for us, you can email us at podcast@supernerdfactory.com.
We got Super Nerd Factor on Twitter if you want to answer our question of the week. We usually ask it in the beginning of the week, so jump in on that.
Yeah, and that'll do it for this week. Thanks for coming, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Josh.
No?
I'm going to throw potatoes at you.
Not the potatoes.
Potato.